Ladies and gentlemen, a very warm welcome down here in Sao Paulo for the final sprint race in Kenco F1 this year. We've got all the action planned today for this 25% race in Brazil, where the points that can be gained today will be crucial for the Drivers' and Constructors' Championships. Round 8 of 8 in Kenco F1, 25% race today, and the ultimate race tomorrow, and we still don't know for definite who will be winning this World Championship. Taking a look at this definitive Interlagos track, just 2.67 miles, 2 DRS zones, lots of straights, turns and heavy braking where drivers have to manage their tyres for each sector of this track. 15 turns, 9 to the left, 6 to the right with lots of steep elevation changes and uphill climbs throughout this circuit. Tyre compounds this weekend sit smack bang in the middle of toughness and one stage softer than last year. C4 for the soft, C3 mediums and the C2 hard tyres. Let's get this Brazilian sprint race underway and into the formation lap. And onto the starting grid for this year's Brazilian Grand Prix. Joel Foxhall sits his Ferrari on pole alongside his biggest rival for this weekend, Max Chapman in his Red Bull. Just 17 points split these two drivers. Stein second race this one, starting in P3 alongside Callum McGrath in his Ferrari. Row 3 now, we have a promising looking Alfa Romeo for Hikes alongside the first Williams driver of Adam Forbes. And Andrew sits behind Hikes and as a step-in driver for Taylor this weekend alongside the second Alpine of Joe Bean. And a very unfortunate qualifying for both of the drivers of the fifth row of the grid, Akasper and Alex Peak, who both crashed into each other in yesterday's qualifying session. Zach Plant starts in P11 today, hoping to get some points secured alongside the AlphaTauri of Smits in P12. And Ryan Harper sits behind in P13 alongside Max's teammate Jay Robinson, who had hard luck yesterday. On to row 8 now, and we have the first Mercedes of the grid of Archie Middlefelt in P15 alongside potentially the other Haas of James Wilson or Matthew Widdowson. And Gomez in P17 and Dylan Hartley in P18, and then finishing up the last row of the grid, we potentially might be seeing some orange McLarens, but who knows. But that concludes the grid for this year's 2022 Brazilian Grand Prix. Let's get into it. Jesus, I done that live. I have a script and everything. Don't judge me. I was just very, very delayed in getting everything ready for tonight. But I don't think I've done too bad. Good evening, guys. Welcome in. Hopefully you're all doing well. Can we, hang on. Is that better? There you go. We will say hello to everybody. I am very late, but we should be okay. Can we get an AV check? I will need to unmute myself with Jamie as well. Hang on. Dun, 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 dun. So many new drivers, honestly. The grid is like, I've got no idea who half of these drivers are anymore, Josh. I love them all for the same, though. Right, we are here with Jamie. I hope Jamie is... Hello. Sao Paulo. It's Paulo. I keep saying... Cass, but I pre-recorded the intro sequence, like, 4 days ago, and I said Paulo in every single one of them. I'm not re-recording them. Hello, Jamie.
Hello. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the final sprint race of this season here at Interlagos.
Yes, Sao Paulo. We can hopefully hear the cars. I might have to like disappear for like 1 minute at some point during this race, but we should be all good. Hopefully, fingers crossed.
Should be fine.
But hopefully, you've all had a very good day in the sun. And whatever you've been up to, I don't know. I've been literally not here whatsoever, which is why the, I guess, 15-minute delay. But it's fine. We're here. We're here for the sprint race around Brazil. 18 laps. And, I mean, I don't know. I mean, currently looking at the grid, 15 drivers. I think, is everyone's name correct on the left-hand side there?
I think so.
We don't have a Gomez, do we? That's incorrect. No. Good. I think everyone's good.
Yeah, everything's good.
Wow. Let me just turn you down a little bit. There we go. We should be better. But yeah, Joel Foxhall and Max Chapman both on the front row. I don't know how it's going to start, really. Obviously, Max Chapman's going to want to go on that dive on the inside or outside of Joel Foxhall. But at the same time, you know, Callum's going to be trying to dive on the inside or outside of Max Chapman. So it's going to be a spicy one. Paulo, shush. Yeah, Jay, he got disqualified in qualifying yesterday. Oh, there's a Ferrari of Callum McGrath. I mean, it's formation lap, but I mean, if that was realistic, he would not be starting in P3.
Having a
nice spin there, but I guess he's getting the tyres nice and warm. But yeah, I can't wait. It's going to be a good race, a good start to it. And yeah, like I say, I genuinely don't know. I mean, points can be picked up today, and these points could be valuable, especially for the Drivers' Championship with these two drivers. So, yeah, let's go and wait and find out. And, yeah, I don't know. Do you want to do the start, Jamie, or...?
I can, if you want me to.
Go for it.
Right,
I can't see the lights, though. That's the only issue.
Yeah.
I want to get to an angle. Oh, there you go.
Here you go. 4 lights, 5 lights, And it's lights out and away we go. Good start for both the front runners. Fantastic start from Callum McGrath. Trying to go around the outside, and now I think it's a Ferrari 1-2. Pike's having a bit of a problem down into the first corner. But at the moment, it's Ferrari 1-2 with Max Chapman third.
Yeah, Max Chapman losing out a position there for Callum McGrath. He's not going to be happy with that. He's going to want to get that back as soon as he possibly can. Quite tidy at the back of the field there. A few drivers going wide. The McLaren of Hargreaves making up 2 positions there, as we're seeing Max Chapman trying to fight back Callum in the early stages of this Grand Prix. Callum has been spun around though. Don't know if there was contact made, but he's going back on the track, and that is Joel Foxall retired from the... Did he just crash into his teammate? No.
Yes, the 2 Ferraris have crashed.
That is absolutely devastating. That's both Ferraris out of the session within literally a few turns.
Virtual
What's
safety
just
car has
happened?
been deployed.
You're kidding. So I believe there could have been evading action, or something happened with the Red Bull and the Ferrari. And then Callum went off the track, went back on the track, sliding into the side of his teammate and caused them both to DNF. What?
What?
I've never seen such a thing happen, and on a weekend where it's so crucial for the Drivers' Championship as well. That's Max Chapman currently in P1 with both Ferraris retired from the session. Holy, like...
So I think it was, I don't know how many points, 17 points?
That's literally...
behind?
That's about 15 points. I mean, all Max has to do is finish the race right now.
Yeah.
And he's, well, not necessarily won the Drivers' Championship, but he's certainly a little bit closer to it than he was. And that means also Joel Fox on both the Ferraris are not even going to be starting in top 10 tomorrow. Oh my gosh.
This is playing definitely into
There's going to be a
hands.
few conversations in the Ferrari garage, Jamie. That is... I mean, again, it's a mistake. I don't think it's anyone's fault. It could have just been a racing incident, because Sao Paulo, it's a track that bends around, you know, if you go on the grass.
Yeah.
As we found out, the Ferrari just slid back on the track into his teammate. You could not write it. Exactly. Josh, I would love to get the bit notification up, but there's no chance. Come on, Chaffers, says Casper Meach. I mean, at the moment, we've got an Alpine running in P2. Alfa Romeo is in the podium positions right now.
Oh.
And Adam Forbes up into P5 with his teammate Andrew behind him. I do not want to even... I can't even go to even want to interview the Ferrari drivers after this race.
Yeah,
they must be furious. There's a Haas behind. That was Casper Kuritz there. He did not got a front wing. There's drivers crashing into him all over the place. There's lots of action here on the first 3 races of Sao Paulo. And yeah, there you go, Casper. He's going to have to dive in the pits. Down into P12, unfortunately, for Casper. He didn't have a good qualifying session yesterday. But yeah, I don't know what's happened. There's only been 3 laps. Yeah. What is going on? Hargreaves up to P8. Oh my gosh, there's Jay Robinson on the outside. They got Hargreaves on the inside. Middle fell in the middle. Oh my gosh.
This is absolute carnage.
This is a sprint race. This is what they're made for.
Yeah.
I can't believe it. Max Chapman still obviously not quite gained a second there ahead of Joe Bean there. It looks like the leaderboards are all updating all over the place. Dylan with the fastest lap concurrently. And the McLaren here getting overtaken by Jay Robinson as Max Chapman goes and sets the fastest lap of the Grand Prix. You know, this is going to give Max Chapman some confidence, I think, going into this race, but he just needs to keep his calm and yeah, just get it to the finish line. 15 laps to go. However, Jamie, can you confirm, are we finishing a lap early?
Yes, we are finishing a lap early. So lap 18 will be a cool down lap. So if any drivers get disqualified on lap 17, ignore them.
Okay, yes. So we'll be finishing the Grand Prix on lap 17, just because all the drivers, you know, according to the game, they have to pit for new tyres. But in the sprint race, you don't have to pit. You don't have to change tyres, compounds, or anything like that. And we're seeing a nice little fight here in the middle of the pack. Hargreaves, Andrew, and Jay Robinson. Andrew missing out on opportunity there, but the McLaren's always saved that one. He's absolutely saved that one. The interesting thing as well, obviously Max Chapman on the soft tyres. I mean, the Ferraris went out way too early. I didn't even know what tyres they actually were on for their strategy.
I think they were both on softs.
They're both on softs. Okay, so they would have been on the same strategy as the Red Bulls as well, where they've both gone softs as well. Quite a few drivers going on the medium tyres, but I mean, if you can make soft stretch 18 laps, then all credit where credit's due. We're seeing a Williams of Andrew, unfortunately missing out 2 positions on 1 turn. He slowed down a little bit too much there. He's down into P11, unfortunately. But it's his debut Grand Prix. I mean, credit where credit's due. He's not done a bad job. He's, you know, he's going in the pits anyway. He might have some damage, but yeah, very good, great drive so far by him. And we're seeing Peak move up, with some front row action here. AlphaTauri, middle foul as well, getting in the middle of all the action once again. Hargreaves are going to ride on board with him. Yeah, again, Jay Robinson up to P8. He did start P12s. Oh gosh, no! Oh, you're kidding! No, that's Jay Robinson. I've literally, the commentator's cursed. I was just saying he was doing really well. And then he went for a dive bomb. By the looks of it, I could be wrong. He might have been sandwiched by 2 drivers. They might have not seen him. He's just lost 2 positions there, and maybe a front wing plate. Yeah, a front wing plate there for Jay as well. Yeah, it's not gonna be what he wants. Although
a bit of bad luck there for Jay Robinson.
At least he's kept all 4 tyres on his car.
Yeah.
Unlucky Jay. Unlucky. We're seeing Kasper Kuretze climbing a few more positions. Obviously, he did spin on lap 3. But yeah, currently as it stands, we have Max Chapman here. Quite a big gap between him and the Alpine behind, coming into turn 1, lap 6. He's just got to pretty much get to the end of the Grand Prix. We've got Joe Bean quite behind him in his Alpine, followed by Hikes in the Alfa Romeo. Pretty much a few seconds split these 3 drivers, but you know, 10 laps, anything can change. Adam Forbes up to P4. Absolute bits for Adam. Again, he's done really well himself this season round. He's got so many points, and all credit for the Williams driver Adam Forbes here. We're seeing Peak, the McLaren, and the AlphaTauri here side by side coming into turn 4, I believe. They are almost side by side. That's the McLaren there of Hargreaves, unfortunately in a wall. I don't know what's going on.
It's absolute carnage.
What is this racing? I mean, it's racing, but I love it. We've got Reggie J who's just left the session, meaning AI is going to take over from his car. I don't know if that was internet or what's caused that, but yeah, unfortunately that is Reggie J. Hopefully he's able to rejoin because he's not last. He's still in P10 and can make up those places. But yeah, that's very unfortunate there. Again, it's such... The problem is, I think, with Brazil, Jamie, it's such a narrow track.
Yeah, it's such a really narrow track, and you can probably only fit, like... You can only go side by side, like... Going 3 wide into a turn in this track, it's not going to work. Especially going into those apexes and how the elevation changes so much. Going 3 wide or even 2 wide into a turn might not go well for the person who's trying to overtake.
Yeah, exactly that. And I guess that's what we've seen at some point today. I can't wait to see what the media and the newspapers bring out tomorrow with the Ferraris. Yeah. Oh, I honestly feel so bad.
I feel so, like, how much would Ferrari be paying for a front row seat or the debrief this evening?
I know, thousands.
It's gonna be spicy.
I want to watch a replay if they can get some onboards of that, because I really want to know and quite find out how Callum spun, and then obviously when he spun he went off ground, and obviously he couldn't control the car to stop it in time before he went back on track into his teammate's path, and it was obviously too late for Joe Foxall to react and go around. Yeah, a story can never tell, but that's insane. Yeah, no one saw that coming today. Absolutely no one. Bro said media and newspapers. That's it. We have media here in Kenco.
We have a onboard of Callum McGrath.
Ah, we do. Okay. I don't know if we should... I'm going to obviously not show that until after the race is finished, but at least we have that information. Wonder if that would happen tomorrow at Baku. Foreshadowing the future. Yeah. You are.
It looks like there's a battle between Archie, Alex, and Dylan and Zach.
Yes.
No. Adam.
We've got Adam, Archie, and Alex.
Yes.
And Zach.
All battling
and Harper and goodness knows what else.
The last couple
We've got Alex
points
going on the inside.
Race.
Yes, exactly. Dylan Hartley making up absolute gains. I think he started in P14 or P13 today. He's up to P6, so he's, you know, definitely bargaining him some points for this weekend. But yeah, I mean, there's no way that the Ferraris can do anything other than start 14th and 15th tomorrow. Unless there's obviously penalties and stuff that might need to be handed out, but again, we can look into it. But yeah, they cannot start any higher than P15 and P14 tomorrow. That is racing, unfortunately. And they're going to have to make up a lot of points tomorrow, especially Joel Foxall, currently in the World Championship lead. So as things stand, if Max Chapman does... This is quick math by me, by the way. If Max Chapman does win this, he will be up within 9 points away from the Drivers' Championship, meaning if Max Chapman does indeed win tomorrow as well, Joel Foxall has to basically finish 3rd to win the Drivers. If Joel Foxall finishes anything less than 3rd tomorrow, then it's game over for Joel's championship, and it's handed down to Max. Spicy.
This is... Tomorrow's going to be an interesting race.
Oh, I can't wait, honestly.
Yeah.
We've got to stream it on the main, and yeah, anything, I don't even know. We're halfway through the sprint race, and yeah, unfortunately, Jay Robinson down into P13 again. Obviously, that wing damage meant he had to pit stop for a new front wing. But he's on fresh soft tyres while all these drivers are on medium tyres. Adam Forbes as well on softs. Only 3 drivers on the soft tyres with 10 of them on the medium. So, I mean, this is, again, this could change. This could not play into Max Chapman's hands, potentially. I mean, soft tyres could slow down in the next sort of 4 or 5 laps, allowing the mediums to catch up to him. So, yeah, anything can happen, honestly.
Yeah, anything can happen.
Yeah, Reggie J, my apologies, mate. I don't know if anyone else is reporting desync issues, if it's the F1 servers or anything, but yeah, unfortunately. Yeah, your AI is still in P9, so yeah. We're going to go on board here with Alex Peak, going on the outside down into turn. I don't know what they're named, but he's going on the outside of the Mercedes, pushing him wide, just as Verstappen and Hamilton were doing round here. But yeah, certain parts of this track you can't overtake on, as he's found that one out. But I'm sure he'll be able to eye up a move coming through the next few turns, and we'll wait and find that one out. As it looks like Andrew's making a position there up to P11. And Max Chapman's got a 3.5 second lead in the sprint race with 8 laps remaining. I love these sprint races, but they end so quickly.
Yeah,
I know we get 2 races this weekend, but I want more angles on the incidents, but you know, we can only do so much. Casper as well, after his collision in the Haas, is making up another move potentially on the AI here of Hargreaves. It does look like he can get that position there up to P9. That will be no points actually. I believe is it down to P8? I believe.
Yeah, it's down to P8.
Yeah,
points.
I've also noticed as well Adam Forbes, wasn't he P4?
Yes, he was. What's happened to him?
Not sure if he's had a spin or something like that, but yeah, it's a bit of a shame there for Adam. Yeah. Down into P8. I don't know where he started, but I think P5, P6. I think he started P6, so his teammate in P7.
Yeah, I'm looking at the race direct or race messages from race control that car number 2, car number 15, and car number 26.
Yes.
They are both under investigation for that lap 1 incident, but that will be investigated after the end of the session. Of
course. Yeah, that's one of those things. Yeah, we'll have to wait and find out what gets done with that. But again, from my personal opinion, from what I've seen of it, obviously from the angles that we had, it looked like, you know, Callum went off track. Don't know if it was someone else that caused him to go off track or not, but he went off track and then he spun into his teammate, so yeah, we'll have to wait and find out. But no one's going to the pits. They're taking it very narrow. They're trying to get as much speed gained as possible here by Alex Peak. He might be going to turn 1 as well.
Joel, I'm so sorry, man.
Yeah, it looks like we just had some team radio from Alan McGrath. It must have been heartbreaking seeing the person who you're collecting in that instant was your teammate who is fighting for a world championship at the final race.
Honestly,
it's
I
so devastating.
Worse, honestly, their hearts must be so sunk right now.
Yeah,
genuinely, I feel so sorry for, you know, because it's not necessarily. I'm not going. You can't put the blame on any of those drivers. I'm not. It's not Callum's fault. Like
it isn't.
I'm not. I can't blame the track, obviously. But
yeah,
the way that the grass, you know, there's no barrier there to stop the car from going off the track to go back on it again. It was just the worst. It was literally the worst part of the track that could have happened as well. And if it had been anyone else, obviously it would have been devastating for the other driver. But the fact it was his teammate as well, it's brutal, absolutely brutal. But we're seeing most of the drivers here have a few sort of, 2-3 second gap between everybody. Max Chapman now 5 seconds ahead in the lead, with 4 laps left, I believe, because we're ending on lap 17. And yeah, Casper's put a link there for the incident in the chat. We might play it on stream or something in a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can't wait for the new season. Honestly,
Yeah.
I can't wait.
I can't wait either.
Is
It
there-
looks like
Yeah.
Archie has gained 10 positions throughout the sprint race,
has.
starting from P14, now P4.
I like his
Brilliant
helmet
work
as well.
from the both Mercedes,
Made up 10.
now P4 and P5, so they're making really good progress.
Yeah,
in this sprint
obviously
race.
we didn't see either of the drivers in qualifying yesterday, and they're currently P4 and P5 in the sprint. So absolutely incredible drive there. I love the helmet there of Archie Middlefell. Very tropical, very Brazilian. And I don't know if
Yes.
Dylan has he's gone for a yellow one by the looks of it. Dylan Hartley. No, hang on. Yeah, Dylan Hartley's gone for a nice yellow one, and then his teammate in a very vibrant highlighter colour green. Can't miss them.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like both of the Mercedes drivers are having some special helmets this weekend, as it is the final race of the season.
Absolutely. I don't know why the graphic just says fastest lap where Max Chapman is. It doesn't disappear. But I can reassure you, he is here in the darkness, but
Yeah.
yeah, it's not much we can do. It looks like Joe Bean's potentially made a second up there. It sort of glitches on the graphics, but yeah, obviously Max Chapman, the traditional helmet, but has he got a new one? I don't know. I can't really say that I've...
Don't know.
Looks very electric. I like it.
Yeah, it does.
It's very, yeah. Fits his personality, I suppose. I don't know. But yeah, currently we're just seeing both the Mercedes parade around the track side by side, with Hikes as well. We haven't really spoken much about Hikes. Obviously, he's kind of...
It looks like Dylan, them
Oh yeah,
might
they
have team
just
orders might have
switched,
said.
yes.
Yeah. Possibly team orders saying that Dylan could catch that 5 seconds within the next couple of laps, but I don't think it's possible to catch 5 seconds within how many laps? Like 3 laps?
Yeah, 2.5 and a bit, but yeah.
But this might be strategy to saying, I want to be on this side of the grid tomorrow. I want to be on the other
that's
side
a very
of the grid
true.
for...
That, exactly, and it could all
So
make a difference.
that might be the difference on why Mercedes has said, yeah, let's switch.
Yeah, and obviously we did see Lando Norris in real life. Obviously he started on the outside into turn 1, and that didn't really benefit him very well whatsoever. So yeah, even odd, it matters really. But I think we're watching an AI driver here actually. I don't think Reggie J's actually sat in the car. But Jay Robinson might be overtaken by AI. That's not going to go down too well.
That is definitely not going to go down very well.
Oh no, to be fair, he's kind of gaining. He's not doing too badly. But as things stand, Adam Forbes will be getting a point today. Max Chapman with 8 points, and then working your way through down by 1 point each way. But yeah, good points there for the Mercedes. And obviously it's a shame that we can't see any Ferraris there in the top 10 today. But yeah, we'll get a few replays and obviously have a little look around that. But yeah, Callum definitely sounded very devastated in that team radio earlier. No, hang on. So Max is entering his final lap now?
Yes, it will be the final lap. After Max.
Did the drivers know
crosses the
this as
line.
well? Did you debrief them?
Yes, I did say that they were.
Okay, calm.
Actually, I might quickly...
Yeah, go
tell
for
them that they
it.
might
Just
actually-
be aware that the Max Chapman has entered the last lap. I don't know if we'll be able to hear this on the stream or not, but yes, a very exciting race we have here at Sao Paulo. I'm saying it properly tonight. And yeah, so far so good. And we'll, Max Chapman halfway round on his final lap, but it looks like, yeah, Casper's not going to make that move on the Williams. He's not brave enough.
Attention all teams, this is race control. Leader is on the last lap. Leader is on the last lap.
There we go. So yeah, Max Chapman a comfortable 6 seconds ahead of the Alpine of Joe Bean. Again, Joe Bean, he started in P9 and he's up to P2. So absolute great drive by the Alpine there. And it looks like Adam Forbes switching again. Adam might be losing out on a point here in the sprint race. That's absolutely devastating for Adam Forbes. But we were all right on board here with Max Chapman, who's entering into Sector 3 on the last few turns. He hasn't really had much of a race, but he's certainly, I don't know, he's certainly picked up the points today, and I'm sure he'll be very happy with that. And there you go, Max Chapman crossing the line to win the Brazilian Sprint Race 2022. And he'll be going very happy and his head held higher in tomorrow's race with 8 points ahead of him, and that brings down the distance to only 9 points difference between himself and Joel Foxall into the race tomorrow. That is Hikes across the line. Sorry, Joe Bean and then Hikes, and then we've got both the Mercedes, followed by Alex Peak in... Again, the positions are not going to make any sense because all the drivers are getting disqualified. I think we got Alex Peak and then Zach Plant in his Aston Martin, followed by Casper Kuritz, potentially, and then Adam Forbes in a position, and then J-Rock. I've got no idea what's going on. But yeah, that concludes the sprint race for Brazil in Sao Paulo, and I can't wipe a smile off my face. I don't know why. I think it's just because it's kind of been a crazy rapid 18 laps and I haven't been stopped speaking, but yeah, that was an awesome race, and I cannot wait to see what tomorrow unfolds for not only the drivers, but yeah, to see how many positions those Ferraris can make up as well, because believe you me, they have got skill. They can definitely do it. But,
so here we have the classification. We've got Max Chapman on pole for tomorrow, Joe Bean, then Hikes, then Dylan Hartley, Archie, then Alex, then Zach, then Casper, then Adam, then Jay, then Andrew, Bridge J, I think it's the other one, Smits, and then both the Ferraris of Callum and Joel.
Damn. These points are going to be very valuable for tomorrow. Damn. So
That was an eventful
Joel
race.
Fox, what I'm saying is, if Max Chapman wins tomorrow, Joel Foxall has to get P2. Otherwise, he's lost the drivers. That's how tight it is. I'm not kidding. If Max Chapman gets 25 points tomorrow, Joel Foxall has to get P2 to win the drivers. And he'll only be winning it by 2 points if that's the case. Alternatively, Joel Foxall can just outright win tomorrow, which is also an opportunity.
This is going to be interesting.
I can't call it, but yeah, congratulations. Ignore the podium, by the way. We don't have a Williams who shoot one.
So,
oh no, well this is going to make no sense.
Yeah.
It's alright, we got the stream. We know where people were, it's fine. But yeah, unfortunately for Adam there, losing it on the point by Casper just at the very end of the race. Devastating.
Yeah.
Now, I don't expect you to get the Ferrari lads in here unless they really, really want to. But I don't know, unless you want to hear from anybody, I don't mind who. If you just want to get an interview.
Why not our race winner Max Chapman to see how? Because we didn't hear him from yesterday, so
you can ask.
I'll
I'm
ask
not
if
pressuring,
he wants to.
But yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Dun 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 dun. Tune, by the way. The Brazil World Cup song. You can't go wrong. Lego. Ignore the points because these aren't currently updated, but we will update them. Here come one. Dun dun. How did you find that race, by the way, guys in chat? Casper, you spun, mate, but you recovered very well and you still got a point. So, well done to that one. Well done to that one. Although you stole it from you stole it from Williams, but that's racing. That is racing for you. But yeah, GG to everyone who did race, and GG to everyone who has tuned in as well. Zach as well with the points. Definitely well done to Zach for that one. Sealing in those points. And yeah, I'll see if Jamie can update this graphic here for tomorrow's Grand Prix, which I'm sure he'll be able to. Ian, you want to play some Rainbow Six? My cousins are still here actually, but yeah, why not? I'll let them play. They're probably better than me actually, to be fair. Feel sorry for Adam. Soft didn't work out. Yeah, if you're good at time management, then that's obviously the main thing. That was nice hikes, yeah. Well done, mate. Honestly, P3, absolute great drive by you. Obviously, really good qualifying session as well yesterday, which hugely helped your. What did you get? 6 points today? I think it was 6 points today. But yeah, well done on that one. And yeah, I can't wait. So tomorrow, guys, if you're heading out tomorrow, 7:30 p.m., we'll be live on the main channel. It'll be the main channel that we're live on, and we'll be obviously be doing the full 50%. I want to do 100% tomorrow, but that'll be putting the drivers into too much pace. So we'll do 50%. But here we are with Adam, who missed out by a point down into P9. Hello.
The pain. Yeah, I had wing damage, so yeah.
Oh, was that why? Because we saw you in P4, and we were like, "Go on, Adam! Go on, Adam!"
I
And
had such a
then
good
you were in
start, but
P8
then
when we
I was
blinked.
like-
We blinked, and you moved down 4 positions.
the two Ferraris going side by side, I was like, oh no, this can't end well. Then, yeah.
It's alright.
that
I mean, it's a great drive by yourself anyway. You know, you still should keep your head up held high going into the race tomorrow. You know you've got pace around here, and obviously that front wing did not help you whatsoever. But tomorrow, fresh set of tyres, fresh front wing. You could definitely get a lot of points tomorrow. I know you can. You definitely could.
Yeah.
But
Like,
yeah. Go ahead.
Softs would have worked out, but the extra like steering angle I had to put in because I had no front wing. Well, no front wing end plate was like 75%.
How did that
higher by
happen?
the
Do you know? Or...
Ferrari, like where they were
Oh,
literally in the middle of the track.
They were right. I'm about to say they were out of the Grand Prix within like 3 turns, but you obviously somehow
Yeah, I
made
think some people
contact
might
with
have
them
rammed into
before.
them.
It's alright, makes sense. But yeah, we'll obviously, yeah, it's commiserations for both the Ferrari drivers, but I'm sure they'll be able to gain as many points. You know, they've got to put in the work tomorrow, but they can certainly make it rewarding. But yeah, Andy as well. Andrew, he done quite well today. I saw him. I don't know if he's finished P11 or might have been
P10.
P10. But obviously debut race for him as well. It's good to see him obviously in a car for the first time, and yeah, he's doing really well. So he didn't finish last, so that's something to be proud of.
He had more pace than me, technically.
Well, without the you had damage, but yeah, you could say that.
It actually felt like the real Williams in real life. It felt awful.
You felt like Latifi. Oh. No, the Baku Grand Prix is going to be good tomorrow.
Yep.
But yeah, I don't know. Should we speak with anybody else, Jamie? Or are you happy to leave it there, and we'll interview as many people as we can tomorrow? Because tomorrow is the final race, the final ever time you'll see us in these type of cars before we move on to the new game, and it's kind of sad, but Brazil's a good one to end it on. So yeah, there you go. Andrew also had wing damage as well, so both the Williams need to improve the durability of the I'm kidding, improve their front wings. But yeah, on that note, guys, I'm gonna head out. Thank you to everybody who's tuned in as well. This replay will be made available on YouTube very soon. And yeah, we'll obviously review. I don't want to show you what's happened with the Ferraris in the stream, but we'll review it, and then we'll let you guys know tomorrow if there's any action or if it was just a racing incident. But yeah, see you soon, guys. Have a good